Hey folks, it's Trina here, executive and leadership coach for mission-driven women leaders who find themselves stuck in the energy and leadership depletion and exhaustion cycle, but are looking for strategies and ways to lead and have impact in a way that's sustainable long-term. So if that sounds like you, you're absolutely in the right place. And if this is something that you know that you're struggling with and you need some support with, I encourage you to get the free Sustainable Leadership Guide, the 5 biggest mistakes mission-driven leaders make that lead to burnout and how to avoid them. So if that sounds like you and you know you need some support with this, I encourage you to download the free guide. You can get it below this video. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about why self-care feels like another item to check off on your to-do list. And again, specifically for mission-driven leaders who, as a mission-driven leader, you know what that's about. You already have a lot of things on your plate. You have a lot of things that you care about. And so it can be hard to make yourself a priority when you have so many competing things for your attention and interest. And the thing with being a mission-driven leader is it's not just, making money and taking care of yourself and your family or whatever it is, but you usually have a goal or a mission or something that you're really passionate about solving. And so that's something that can take up a lot of your time. But you do need to take care of yourself. And so the key thing about why self-care feels like another item to check off on your to-do list is because you already have so much to do. And so adding one thing more to your list, even if it's something that is going to feel good for you, even if it's something that's positive, feels like a weight on your shoulders. It feels like another thing that has to be done. And honestly, you don't want to do it. And so and it's so great, I see a lot of lists and things that help people around self-care, taking baths and doing all these things that ultimately do make you feel good. But when you finally have time for yourself, the only thing that you can do is, veg out on the couch and maybe binge watch reality TV, whatever your show du jour is. And that's all you feel like doing. And it's because, again, adding even just the smallest thing, even though it's something that would be really good and nourishing for you, it just feels like it's too much. And so there's 2 things that I want to share with you. One is doing nothing is self-care. And let me say that again, doing nothing is self-care. And I think for a lot of times, if you're the kind of woman who is always used to being on the go and you're uncomfortable with having downtime, or you're uncomfortable with having nothing to do or feeling like you need to be productive all the time, it's absolutely not true. So if you feel like sometimes your self-care might just be, I'm here sitting on the couch and this is all I want to do and this is all I'm doing, and that's okay. Now, the second piece to this is the reason why a lot of self-care doesn't work or doesn't feel like, or it feels like an extra weight on your shoulders, is because oftentimes you don't focus on the pieces of self-care that will really matter. So one of the things that I work with my clients a lot on is around boundaries. Boundaries in your life, boundaries at work, because when you create a foundation that really supports your life in a way that allows you to have more space, more time for yourself, then other self-care things, you'll have more space for them, you'll have more time for them, and they'll be able to penetrate. They'll feel more effective. They'll feel like, okay, I can go and take a bath and feel really relaxed, as opposed to, I've got all these people competing for my attention, demanding my time and all of that, and then I go take a bath and I don't feel any more relaxed, or maybe I temporarily feel relaxed, but then I'm worked up, the next day or whatever it is again. And so then you wonder what happened. I was so relaxed last night and then I'm not today. And so there are these foundational pieces, these elemental building blocks that really allow you to have self-care that feels nourishing and that feels supportive for you, because that's really what you want that's really what you need, that's really what you want, is how do you have these things in your life that feel supportive and nourishing so that you can go about your day and do the things that really mean the most to you. And so, as I said, this is a lot of stuff I do with clients, but I just want you to begin thinking about that. What are some of the big pillars, some of the big asks that you can have of people in your life so that you can have more time for yourself, so that self-care can really make a difference? Maybe you need to cut work off at a certain time every day. Maybe you're used to working 14-hour days, and maybe you need to cut that down to 10 hours a day, just as an example. So there's all sorts of ways and possibilities to really have self-care that matters and that will make a difference for you. And I'm not saying that the other stuff doesn't work, like, getting manis and petties and all that stuff. I enjoy those things too. And I think they can be really nourishing, but ultimately it's the structure of your life that has to shift. So if this is something that you need support with, and hey, you're a leader and the self-care isn't working, I would encourage you to connect with me and first start with getting the free leadership guide, the sustainable leadership guide. As I said, it's below this video, so that would be a really great place for you to start. And that's all for today. I hope you found this video useful, and I'll talk to you soon, and take good care, and that's all for now.